Hey, it's Bruce here. October 14th, thought for the day from Hazeldene's book that basically came out of the AA program in the 40s. So, yeah, I guess the topic of the video is this reflection, this meditation, this prayer, and in regards to 12-step recovery in general. Mentions AA a lot in this book because it was written for AA, like I said, in the 40s, but it's applicable to all kinds of recovery, 12-step recovery today in the world, like AA, NA, FA, DA, GA, SLA, OA, FA, lots of anonymous programs out there that use the 12 steps. So the thought for the day is, how big a part of my life is recovery? Is it just one of my activities and a small one at that, or do I go to recovery meetings now and then, or sometimes never go at all? Do I think of recovery only occasionally? Am I reticent about mentioning the subject of my recovery to people who might need help? Or does my recovery fill a large part of my life? Is it the foundation of my whole life? Where would I be without recovery? Does everything I have and do depend upon my recovery foundations? Is recovery the foundation on which I build my life? The meditation for the day says, lay upon God your failures and mistakes and shortcomings. Do not dwell upon your failures, upon the fact that in the past you have been nearer a beast than an angel. You have a mediator between you and God, your growing faith, which can lift you up from the mire and point you towards the heavens. You can still be reconciled with the Spirit of God. You can still regain your harmony with the divine principle of the universe. And the prayer for today is, I pray that I may not let the beast in me hold me back from my spiritual destiny. I pray that I may rise and walk upright. So, yeah, great reading. I love the words. I love the way people wrote back then. I like the sort of biblical sound of things. It's, I don't know why I like that, but it's sort of comforting. It borders on the politically incorrect, which is, I find, pretty humbling and great in our day, in our modern day sort of double speak way of thinking and talking. It's refreshing to have this honesty, and I like it. So my notes on this after a bit of meditation and reading this a few times is, how big is my recovery? Is it a small activity, or is it a regular, integral part of my moment by moment daily life? Do I skip out on meetings, or do I go to regular committed ones? Do I give thought to my recovery throughout the day? Do I give time to God in quiet times and prayers? Do I share my experience in recovery to people who might need help? Does recovery fill a large part of my life? Is it, in fact, the foundation of my life? Where would I be without recovery? And I put in quotes, in a ditch. Does everything I have and do depend upon my recovery? Is recovery the foundation on which I build my life? And yeah, I mean, I answer in the affirmative to a lot of those things because, I think one of the big parts of addiction is, memory loss. People, and I don't mean it in the conventional sense, I mean that we forget that we're addicts, so it's easy, after a period, say, of drinking or, food addiction or gambling or whatever, it's easy to come to the conclusion that you've got a problem, and then you go and you get some help for it, and then you cease the behavior, and then your life gets better, and then it's really easy to just say, oh, I don't have a problem with alcohol or gambling or drugs or whatever. My life's fine now. Maybe I can try it again. And that's the problem that a lot of people have, is they forget. They forget what happened the first time, and they try it again, and they do the same thing. And if you do the same thing, then you get the same results, right? If nothing changes, nothing changes. So it's important to basically reinforce these sort of principles on a daily basis. So that's why there's such a big emphasis, I think, on looking at that question: how much do I put into my recovery on a daily basis? And for me, I've realized and I've proved to myself again and again that I've got to make it, the basis of my life. I got to have my priorities as recovery number one, family number two, work number three. So the meditation notes: I give my failures, mistakes, and shortcomings to God. In the past, I was living on instincts gone awry. I was in beast mode. Today, I do not dwell upon this. I do not dwell upon my failures. My growing faith serves as a mediator between myself and God. This faith can lift me up out of the muck and mire and bring me to God. I am still reconciled with the Spirit of God. I still regain my harmony with the divine principle of the universe, which is love, I believe. And the prayer for the day is: I pray today that the beast in me will not hold me back from my spiritual destiny. I pray that I may rise and walk upright in angel mode. Amen. So hit the like button, hit subscribe, leave a comment, and if you don't do any of those things, that's cool. Just have a wonderful day. Peace.